So please give a warm Liverpool welcome into the red corner from Team Ash Gym, Dean Lynch.
Here we've got for bout number 4 of the afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his
in the blue corner, we've got Dean Lynch from the Team Ash Gym here in Liverpool.
James Bowen.
And making his way to the red corner from the Chow Pryor Gym, we've got James Bowen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this 72-kilogram Muay Thai contest will be fought over 5 1.5-minute rounds. Over to your referee.
So bout number 4 of the afternoon, matched at 72 kilos under C-class rules. In the black shorts, we've got James Bowen from the Chow Pryor Gym. And in the blue corner and the white shorts, we've got Dean Lynch from the Team Ash Gym right here in Liverpool.
I just sealed the ring there. The sealing of the ring there is to say this is my battleground, to give it good luck. And as I keep mentioning, the Chalk D gloves. And Richard's already had a blatant plug about the Chalk D.
Round 1.
And about his mind coaching. Chalk D means me good luck, and that's the equipment I import from Thailand. So good luck, lads. Here we go. Round 1.
Some sharp, snappy kicks coming in here from James Bowen. James just maintaining that range behind the push kick, making it very awkward for Dean to step in and close the distance down. Dean's got some big old traps, so I dare say that he's got some bombs to throw.
Yeah, I mean, you can just see both lads superbly conditioned. We've got the tall, rangy James Bowen there, very tall and lean. And we've got the shorter, stocky, and as you pointed out, looks like heavy upper body. I'm sure we're going to see some big hands coming from the, as we do with many. And we talked about this the other day. I was chatting to my friend Daz Morrison, who's teaching him a gym now in Bolton, and he was saying at certain gyms...
Beautiful head kick.
Yeah, beautiful, got right from the start. Certain gyms produce certain styles, don't they? But you mentioned that before about styles make fights, and certain gyms are known to do certain things, aren't they? And I do feel, I don't know, I mean, it's a broad, bold statement, but I do feel a lot of Liverpool gyms are very good with the hands. It's been known traditionally from years. I mean, I know it's way back years ago. Yeah, strong boxing background, a good boxing area, Liverpool, and kickboxing, obviously a big, strong area, Liverpool. And since they've adopted into the Thai style, but they've carried that boxing through, and there's been some real heavy hitters from this neck of the woods.
Well, as we're saying from James, he's adopting that almost like praying mantis style. I know Sean Boland's spent a lot of time over in Thailand, is creating some educational programs to send internationally to develop Muay Thai. And this is one of the things that the guys are doing down at Chow Pryor Muay Thai down there in Cambridge.
There you go. Richard Canner's not just a pretty face. He gives you some information, not just what goes on inside the ropes, but what goes on outside the ropes and back at home in our training camps. Yeah, Muay Thai, it's not just kick and punch, knee and elbow, okay, or clinch. There's so much more involved with this sport. And I mean, for all of us, I'm sat here, just with the judges here, there's a wealth of experience. The one and only Pelly Nathan, who sat at the side of us, has been in and out the sport. He's never been out in the sport for absolutely over 3 decades. World champion. Okay, he's judging here. Daniel Suarez over to my left. Paul Beattie facing us. You know, there's some world champions here in the crowd. Yourself a world champion, Richard. You know, I'm sat in such a privileged position
Round
here,
2.
commentating for P4 TV. This is an amazing sport.
Here we go for round 2. But James establishing that long push kicking style, staying very defensive, learning how to score, picking up on the body kick.
So the first round, a bit of a testing ground for both fighters, both testing each other out, started slowly, traditionally slowly, like Muay Thai does. They've had a bit of a measure and they've stepped it up. Just like if you think of it, 5 rounds, 5 gears in a car. First gear, we're in second gear.
Some nice catching kicks here from James.
Yeah, Dean Lynch wants to stop turning his back because remember, kicking across the back or hitting across the back is a good score. And Dean's turning around a little bit much. I'm a bit worried about that, Richard. Dean, you should be careful with that.
Yeah, Dean taking a lot of punishment across the arms from the body kicks of James. The body kick is the trademark of Muay Thai, and one of the key things that judges will be looking for. Picking up on that body kick is one of the biggest scores.
Yeah, and another point we can make about the kicking. I mean, a lot of people see that just because you get kicked on the arm, it doesn't score. It scores. Remember, your arms are used for boxing. Your arms are used for clinching and elbows if you use them. So if you kick the muscles and kick the arm that's throwing that, you're actually slowing the muscle down. You're actually hurting the muscle, which means, okay, that is scoring. A leg is 3 times the size and the weight of an arm. Do the maths.
An absolutely fantastic second round there from these two guys, and just looking over into the Chow Pryor corner, who've got a wealth of experience there.
Yeah, Sean Bowen, I do like that guy. You know, we talk about positive people in sport, and I've always tried to remain positive myself, and probably anybody's met me in my haircuts, I'm very bubbly, very positive, and I buzz off with the positive people, and Sean's one of those guys. He's an energy giver. Rather like yourself, Richard, like myself, we give energy, don't we? And, you know, that's what you've got to do with your fighters. He's in the corner there. He's got, is it Lee Edlin that?
Yes, it is, yeah.
You know, and these guys have been between the ropes themselves, you know, and fights, and again, big statement, fights are won and lost in the corner. Won and lost in the corner, remember that.
So the more experience you can have in the corner, the better.
And that said,
Round
though, you know,
3.
we've seen it where fighters have had like 3 world champions in the corner, still lost. So I know that theory can go out the window sometimes, but the point I'm making is, you know, you have to listen to your corner, Richard. You know that, I know that. It's instrumental.
Very much so. It's part of the team sport of an individual's performance.
Yeah, no I in team.
Some nice defence work there by James, just tying up the clinch work. Dean looking to come back out bouncing. You can see from his style of footwork and the little bit of head movement that he's doing, you can obviously tell that he's had a bit of boxing training outside of his Muay Thai work.
Yes. It's how just the way the bouncing, can't you, and the sort of the posturing. Again, this comes back to what I was saying before, you know, body language. See, we're not just commentators, Richard, we're educating.
Infotainment.
The infotainment, there you go. Come on, you're going to hear all these things coming out now.
Beautiful body kicks there by James.
Well, P4TV.com, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we're at. Smash 3 Muay Thai. Some very, very handsome, sexy shorts. These guys are sponsor shorts from their sponsors. MonsterMuayThai.com, written all across the back of the shorts. Very much like Thailand, they've adopted that, haven't they? In Thailand, you know, seeing like Thai Fight and different people, Toyota and all that. They have the sponsor shorts on, and it looks good.
Very much so. I think this just shows the professionalism of the promotion, and showing what the forerunners and the leaders in the game are doing.
All part of the bigger picture, because you know and I know, Richard, Muay Thai has been around in this country since 1977. It first got established by the masters, and I don't want to harp on about them, but I'm sure everybody knows them. Master Toddy, Master Sken, Master Woody, other masters as well have helped. And, you know, we're sat here today because of that, but it has developed and come on so much, probably, I'd say, more in the last decade than the previous 2 decades. It's come on in leaps and bounds, and, you know, we've got to keep pushing forward, because mixed martial arts, the UFC, you know, where the money's gone, that's overtook boxing, in my opinion. But yet all the UFC, you know, the best UFC fighters are using Muay Thai as the stand-up game. And, you know, it needs that kudos. You know, and we're here doing it, you know, at grassroots.
I wouldn't say that this was grassroots. This is the cutting edge.
Round 4
of Muay Thai in the UK.
When I say grassroots, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying is we've started grassroots and we're building up from there.
And
apologies. He picked me up on that, Richard. See what I mean? He's not just a good-looking commentator. He knows what's right and what's wrong. Thank you, Richard.
Well, James scoring beautifully with that right body kick. It's landing across the arm, across the leg.
Oh.
And just nullifying Dean's attacks.
Yeah, he looks the more composed, doesn't he, James?
Yeah, it's not a matter of who's the strongest, who's the hardest hitting. If you can stop people from hitting you, keeping them at range and at distance, this is how the sport is won and lost.
And he's landing that knee nicely as I'll say the boxer, you know what I'm saying, is that as his boxing style is coming in, he's coming in with the hands, but then the knees finding the target, and that is a good score. Knees, again, was scoring better than boxing. And obviously, if somebody sparks somebody out with a punch, you can't argue with that. It's as simple as, you understand, and this is the word effect.
This is the trade-off. This is the trade-off in the strategy game of what Muay Thai is all about.
As we talk about the game, I certainly do feel that James is playing the game correctly. I just think he is going up against the boxer and he's using his kicks and knees to good effect. And saying that, he's had a share of some of the leather himself as well. I do feel, you know, his hands have worked okay too. You know, he's not just leaving it to his legs, because this is the art and science of 8 limbs. I mean, obviously only using 6 in this. I don't know if that was illegal. Was that illegal, that trip? Did he have his ankle behind there?
Ooh, very close.
It was, wasn't it? And that's another thing we can point out. We're talking about takedowns, scoring in Muay Thai. You turn a fighter, take them down, big score. You know, tripping, now that's where it is a grey area. Tripping is done with the shin. Can be used with part of the ankle, but certainly not the instep, and certainly not the heel. And that is regarded as a foul.
I'm sure that'll have been picked up by the referee and by the judges.
I mean, like I say, it was right at the bell anyway, and it was one of those, I think, you know, the bell was gone as it is, the guy was going down, so I said the referee didn't need to really go over. It was very, very, and again, you know, it's one of those things you've got to have a good eye to watch out for. And it wasn't intentional, like I say, it wasn't the guy trying to make an illegal move, it was just done in the clinch. But it's a good fight, this, Richard. Again, I'm enjoying that. The matchmaking from our friend across the ringside there, Mr. Alex Foreman, okay, who's done a great job. A lovely, big, jolly chap. I really like Alex, you know, and he's doing a good job for the sport.
Final round.
So here we go for the 5th and final round.
Yeah, 4 rounds in the bag, and we haven't done an unofficial scorecard. I got carried away with the excitement, Richard, and all the banter we've been throwing at these people. I know that was illegal.
That is a foul.
He's seen it. There you go. What did we talk about? Did I write this script,
We're
Richard?
on the money. We're on the money.
We're on the money. I tell you what, they can't pay us enough for this job. How are we getting paid? Joke.
Yeah, Dean's having a very frustrating evening, trying to get through this long-range defence of James Bowen from the Chow Pryor gym.
Big body kick there, going right with the shin, right over the commentary station here. Nash doing a fantastic job of refereeing here today. And the thing is, you know, with the referee, I don't want to point out, obviously, you know, you can see the action here as we're talking, guys. I don't want to harp on about things, but the best referees, Rich, are the ones you don't see. And as you know, Nash is not involved in the sport, he's not involved in the fight. He's staying away, he moves in when he's needed to be. This is a really good referee, and he's allowing the fighters to do what they do best. Some referees are, you know, they jump in a little bit too quick and can sometimes nullify a good fight. But I think he's done a cracking job here. And these two guys equally are doing a cracking job. This has been a good fight.
So as we draw into these closing seconds of this 5th and final round, there it is. Some nice trades of techniques.
Now read the body language again. Not just talking about Lee Edlin raising his fighter, but look at Dean. He walks a little bit down. His head was down. His shoulders are down. He's in the corner. You can tell, you know. I'm just looking at the psychology behind the whole fight game, because there's so much outside of the ropes, equally as much as inside the ropes, Richard.
Very much so. The fight game is 90% mental, 10% physical.
That's my saying. I love that. It's not my saying. I didn't buy it. I don't own it. It's a saying I use quite a lot and probably overused in my gym, but you can't emphasise that enough. And I learned that lesson myself once, sat in a sauna with Phil Nurse. Phil Nurse, one of the best American Muay Thai coaches now in New York. And we were both sat there preparing for a fight together in Bolton many, many moons ago. And this boxing guy was sat there, boxing coach, and we was talking about stuff. And he said 90% mental, 10% physical. This is 25 years ago. I remember it like it was yesterday, Richard. And I looked at him, and me being young and daft, I said, no, it's 100% physical. Here we go, Richard.
Unanimous decision. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for your winner And the red corner, James Bowen.
Yeah, I think it was written on the cards, and not just the MC Kyle, the sexy MC, but
and ladies and gentlemen, please give an
on the judges' cards.
applause for our runner-up today, Dean Lynch.
Well, we've had the first win from the red corner, Richard. It's been blue all night so far. We've had the first winner coming from the red corner, Sean Boland's James Bowen, going back there, okay, with a nice little win to Cambridge. And unsuccessful, but commiserations to a game opponent. It takes two to make a fight. Credit to him, Dean Lynch.